First, thank you very much to everybody who put the piece of paper in the nice trophies. That was the vote on the motion before, and we'll vote at the end by a show of hands, and we'll see how much it's changed, to show us how much each side has been able to convince you or change your mind. The way that each speech will work is each person is given 10 minutes to deliver their speech. They will be allowed to deliver their speech with no questions, and there will be two rounds of floor speeches where you will be invited to make your own points, normally around a minute, either in proposition of our motion, in opposition of our motion, or in abstention of the motion, which basically means that you don't think the motion is good at all.
My first task as the opening speaker is to make sure that everybody has the same understanding of today's motion, which is this House believes that we shall have a post-human economy run by robots with artificial intelligence within 20 years. Now, I'd like to focus very quickly on the phrase post-human economy and what exactly do we mean by that. Is it that the world is going to be run by robots and us humans are just going to be robot slaves? Or will the humans still be in charge but we'll have robots doing most of the jobs?
And observing the swinging of the lamps, he noticed that the period of the swing did not seem to depend on how big and heavy the...
Within artificial intelligence, there are many techniques that exist to achieve that. One of which is very popular, that's called machine learning, which is about teaching a computer to reproduce that behavior by giving it examples. Show it 5 pictures of a chair, it can learn to recognize a chair. And within machine learning, there is an algorithm that's called deep learning, which is very, very popular. That is what everybody's excited about, and perhaps the reason why we're all here today. So deep learning is a branch of machine learning, which is a branch of artificial intelligence. What you need to understand is that 100% of everything we currently have today is actually something that we call narrow artificial intelligence, meaning that the machine is able to learn to reproduce one specific type of behavior. It does that perhaps better than a human would, driving a car, analyzing an X-ray, recognizing cats in a picture, right? Things like that. But it actually doesn't understand.
I'm completely fascinated to hear this first talk. Rand is someone who knows much, much more in this field than I do, but I disagree with what he's saying this evening, because in my view, it is not within the context of the debate. I don't believe that artificial intelligence necessarily has to be repeating human intelligence. There are different types of intelligence. Number 2, I don't think necessarily for intelligence it is obligatory to have consciousness.
Do we seriously believe that if someone was to pull the plug on Sophia, they would receive the death penalty? I think not. Until we are in a position to recognise robots as our equals, their decision-making and their voice will not be equal to that of humans, and it will not be running our economy. They will not be representing clients in courts of law, they will not be running for positions in government, and they will not be chairing the board meetings of the FTSE 500. The granting of rights to Sophia has been highly controversial.
So I'm against the motion because humans will continue to save the situation and keep the economy turning the way it should be.
In 1915, there were 21.5 million horses working on American farms, and now there are pretty much none, and the horse population in America is 2 million. 19.5 million missing horses. I'm afraid they all became dog food. That is pretty serious unemployment. Now we have cognitive automation coming, and this is because there was a big bang in the field of artificial intelligence in 2012. Jeff Hinton and some colleagues figured out, as Rand said, how to apply machine learning and specifically deep learning to artificial intelligence. And that's given us miraculous search from Google, miraculous translate from them, facial recognition better than human level, voice recognition being overtaken. It's hard to do this stuff. Rand is very smart to be able to apply these technologies. There's apparently only about 10,000 people in the world who really know how to wrangle the algorithms. You also need vast amounts of data and huge compute power. So the joke is that machine learning is a bit like teenage sex. Everybody's talking about it, but very few people are actually doing it.
AI might be great at doing these highly repetitive tasks, but when it comes to new and unpredictable situations, narrow AI really struggles. Without the ability to look at previous examples of a case, the machine is unable to connect the dots in the way that humans have done time and time again to come up with new ideas and invent completely new technologies. AI is far from having the cross-disciplinary ability that humans have to learn, create, predict, have common sense, as someone mentioned earlier. We still don't understand exactly how the human brain functions, and so the likelihood of us being able to develop AI with these capabilities is next to zero.
Thank you very much. If you'd like to vote in opposition of the motion, please raise your hand. Okay. Just very quickly get a calculator that. One more abstention. Oh, well, that changes everything. Okay, so the results are as follows. For the debate, 47% of you voted in favour and 53% voted against.